Having contacted them with a general sort of a broadcast email saying, I'm a little brother, I'm thinking about putting together a local reunion for WA little brothers who possibly may not have had the chance to get to the biennial one in Sydney. Would there be any interest? And I got a number of responses. Quite a few didn't respond on the first email, but I kept them on the emailing list and I just kept them sending them updates and so on. And can you all hear me at the back?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, that's okay, they can hear me.
Yeah.
I don't want to blast around the room. So I tried to get ownership from the little brothers in terms of asking them questions about where would be a convenient place, what sort of activities they thought that they would be interested in if we actually did put it together, and tried to get some input and some ownership from that perspective. And then took some of those ideas, let some of them slide, found a good location, which I personally inspected, and we took photographs of the location. I broadcast those photographs to all of the people on the contact list. It happened to be an RSL club in East Victoria Park, beautifully set up, you know, with flags and medals and a beautifully kept set of premises with 2 function rooms, a small one and a large one. And I said to the guy, I don't know how many are going to be coming. I don't know whether I need the large function room or the small. So fortunately for me, they were very flexible and they said, well, this is the cost for the small one, this is the cost for the large one, let us know how you go. Because we'd already sorted a date where both of the function, or neither of the function rooms were actually occupied or being used for other purposes. So then I sent the photographs along with information about where the venue would be and the date that it was going to be held on. I advised them that there was an open bar, not an open bar, there was a bar facility available if they wanted alcoholic drinks, but tea and coffee would be there for nothing. We then, with Annie's help, organised, there's a company over in Perth called Mrs. Mac's Pies, I'm sure you've all heard of them, and for sort of non-profit events, they sell you sausage rolls and pies at minimal cost. So we got plenty of those, and tomato sauce and barbecue sauce and tea and coffee, and we said that we'd pay the RSL for the barman to be on, but we didn't know how much business he would get. And eventually, let me go back to some numbers. The BBM gave me, I think it was 27 contacts. Of those 27, about 4 were uncontactable, right from the beginning, right to the end. Of the remainder, we had 18 people who said that they would come. And on the final event, I think about 17 of those 18 actually did come. So out of 27, we had 17. So that wasn't a bad sort of a roll-up, really. And we wanted it to be a cheery, a little bit of formality, but not too much. So we had a lectern there, and we all gathered and chatted initially when they arrived, and then I gave a bit of a spiel about how this whole thing came about. Wanted some feedback at the end as to whether there was enough interest to do it again in the future, and I think 3 little brothers stood up and told their story.
Wow.
I haven't met a little brother yet who doesn't love to stand up and tell their story. Even if they think they don't, when they get behind the lectern, they take ownership. So in one of my emails, I said, you know, we'd like a few stories, but we'd like you to limit yourself to 10 minutes. Well, that worked for one of them. But altogether, it was a really, really good event. It was a nice venue. We had a good roll-up. I did put together, as Dick mentioned, a template which is on file for anybody else who's considering putting a regional reunion together. And I think I did send an email afterwards saying, are you interested in doing this again? And I got a couple of responses. So I think it's probably the sort of thing that maybe needs to be 12 or 15 months apart. But the people who did come really enjoyed themselves, and there was a lot of networking done. I did not know one single person before that reunion came together. So I met a lot of people, and a few of them knew others in the room, so, you know, but there was a lot of cross-fertilisation of contacts and so on and so forth. And I really think that's it. The big things are find the venue, keep all the invitees in the loop as far as communication is concerned, so that they basically help you take ownership and feel that they're helping you to organise it, even if you do all the organisation yourself. And make it a little bit formal, so it's kind of special. A little bit of formality, but not too much, but also very relaxed, so that it's not a what's the word I'm looking for? Too focused on formality. There's got to be a lot of relaxation there as well, and just general chit chat. Anybody got any questions?
Where did they come? Were they mainly local to Perth?
They were all from Western Australia, and the majority of them were close to Perth.
Yeah.
Yes.
None in the country anymore?
No. No. No.
Yeah.